Hello, explorers. Welcome to this week's episode of the Hotspot Show. We all know that Africa is trending and the entire world is on the watch. Not only on the watch, but everyone is watching real time. We are talking about culture, food, and tapped potential of the continent. One man traveled 20 countries in Africa, and that is what is inspiring this week's episode, because beyond what he did, there is so much we can see in these countries. And that's the energy we are tapping on this week with me, Yusuf Segete, on the Hotspot Show. Now, let's cross over, discuss about this and much more, because I already know, naweza kuwa normalization ikiwa Senegal, you just never know. So tag along, let's go, because this is amazing. You can see my outfit already. I feel grounded, but I'm very ready for this. There you go, Team Explorers. It's proof that Africa got the global attention, from the streets to the screens, making everyday African life very memorable. With one man, IShowSpeed. Right on set, we are going to use IShowSpeed as the inspiration to this week's episode. 20 countries in a matter of days. How did he do it? What experiences did he have? And what more experiences can we have in this country? This is a debut of the series, visiting different continents in the world, that is coming up on your screen. So watch out. For starters, we are starting with Africa, courtesy of IShowSpeed. Receive our love. And Fiona here, the producer of this show, has come, no longer the back end today, because she's a fan of IShowSpeed. We've been watching this and we said, can we please talk about these locations that he went to and their amazing other factors about these countries that he visited.
Yes.
How are you?
I'm all right, Yusta. How are you doing?
I am easy, looking fine, looking fantastic.
You too, you look lovely. Can you tell us the inspiration behind your attire?
Girl, I think I was waiting for that question, because when I told her I'm just going to make a makeshift of a Masai shuka into my outfit, she was like, are you for real? And here goes. You saw me standing, This is just a plain Masai shuka, and recreated it into an outfit, and I'm barefoot because I want to be grounded. This is Africa, and we know the history of Africans walking barefoot. So Fiona, this is the inspo. Umeniambia naka smart.
Unakaa vizuri sana. You're on theme actually. You wearing the Masai shuka is actually lovely and symbolic, because when Speed came to Kenya, he was taken to Masai Mara, and he did wear the Masai attire. So you guys are twinning.
Thank you. And when we talk about, different outfits for Africa and the ones that represent African tribes, Masai shuka is one of them. Of course, we have the kente, we have the togu, we have quite a number, these different fabrics, in these different African countries. Now to the topic of the day, I'm excited to debunk these 20 countries that this 21-year-old gentleman came to visit in a matter of days, Fiona.
Yes, it is quite amazing, marvelous. You can imagine traveling the continent. We have 54 countries on the continent, but him actually just tapping on the continent. I remember it's good to mention that he's finished the tour recently.
Just recently?
Yeah. And he was talking about, people asking him, where do you identify from? Are you Ghanaian, Nigerian, Kenyan, South African? And then he goes, I'm 100% African. And he even got to write it down, 100% African. Someone said, he's the cousin we didn't know Africans had, and hi Kuzo, but besides the point. So he goes to these 20 countries, and now we have a list. Allow me to just share with you, Team Explorers, just to refresh your mind in the order in which he traveled. And then we'll debunk these countries, not necessarily in the order of, but trust, it's going to be interesting. So first off, he went to Angola, southern part of Africa, then South Africa, Mozambique, Eswatini, Botswana, Zimbabwe, Zambia, Rwanda, Kenya, Ethiopia, Egypt, Algeria, Morocco, Senegal. Then we have Nigeria, Benin, Liberia, Ivory Coast, Ghana, and he finished
in Namibia. That was the season finale. Alienda kwa desert. So that's just a rundown of the countries that he visited. Tell me, top of mind, which countries would you like to explore in the list?
I'm a big fan of speed. I'm a big fan of his streams. So with watching, it really opened my eyes. Really and truly, it opened my eyes to how beautiful Africa is as a continent.
Yes.
I think before that, I've always wanted to, you know, as Africans, as Kenyans, we've always been taught that the Western is beautiful. The Western countries are where they have different cultures and amazing good food and all that. But with him coming, I loved Benin. Benin is quite beautiful. I think there's that competition that we've been having, Kenyans have been having on social media, like showing that, you know, it's actually such a clean city, a beautiful city that it's giving Nairobi competition. I also loved Ethiopia. Ethiopia was quite lit up. He was standing on top of a car and I could see the whole, the whole city. Ethiopia was quite beautiful. So I think at the top of my mind, those are the two. Of course, Senegal as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
And how about you?
Wonderful.
Which countries struck out?
Which countries? Truly, to pick a country that caught my attention and has a part in my heart is a bit difficult because, I mean, every country had a wow effect, but Senegal has always been top of my mind. Me, I'm coming for you, Senegal, because I want to have breakfast, eat the croissants. I know you guys are well known for that. I loved Egypt, definitely Morocco, and our very own Kenya. Team Explorers, this is the part where we do appreciate all of you content creators that travel the continent and beyond to just showcase to us how beautiful it is. Not only I Show Speed, because we see all of you, including this show, you know, we do take you to amazing places to redefine fun, adventure, and play. Now, Fiona, I want us to narrow down, and of course, we are referring to points here and there because it's a lot that we've discovered about this continent, Africa. To start us with, let's go straight up to Ethiopia. Because I consider this country very unique in Africa. Can you imagine this country is 13 years behind schedule in the entire world, where Ethiopia were in the year 2018. Yeah. And we're in the year 2026. Yeah. That was a wow.
That was a wow. Ethiopia was quite beautiful because it's also a country that was never colonized.
Yeah.
So I watched the watched the stream, and he went right from Kenya. He left Kenya, then went to Ethiopia.
Okay.
No, I feel like after him visiting Kenya, it's when the noise on social media, other African countries started feeling like, oh, this is a big guy, let's give him a good reception. So when he arrived to Ethiopia, where he was taken to, would I say, a sightseeing place, and there's a sun located on that, and the guides, the tourists over there were telling him that it is quite significant because it showed, first of all, it's symbolic to the sun, showing sunlight to the continent of Africa, like being illuminating the continent of Africa, showing that there's light over there, and them not being colonized as well was quite interesting.
Amazingly so. And you know what? I know when we go that direction of debunking every experience that you did, trust, this is just going to be a very long episode. Probably we just need a whole day. So just to add on top of that, a few fun facts and amazing facts that we discovered about Ethiopia is that this country has a breed of monkeys called bleeding heart monkey. Unlike other monkeys that you see in the forest that have their butts attract attention, this one is different. It's their heart. They have a mark here that actually attracts people. Then the other discovery is that in Ethiopia, actually, they have ancient churches that were carved downwards. Now you see, instead of constructing something upwards, then they construct going downwards. So quite interesting there to learn about Ethiopia, and that their calendar has 13 months, not 12 months. Besides them being 7 years behind schedule, their calendar has 13 months. This is 12 months of 30 days and a short couple of days to mark the 13th month. All right, Ethiopia, then he's done with Ethiopia. Let's pick another country.
I'd say Rwanda.
Yeah.
Rwanda was quite beautiful. circling back to Speed, I think I was seeing Africa through his eyes. So it was really quite illuminating, beautiful to see. And Rwanda was quite beautiful.
Yes.
It's known for being the land of 1,000 hills. And is it gorilla trekking?
Yes.
Yeah.
Amazingly. So another interesting fact, just referring to our notes, is that it's in Rwanda that we find Africa's longest canopy walkway, that is in Nyungwe Forest. And then it is also in Rwanda where we find the famous Lake Kivu. You can go there for swimming, kayaking, and definitely boat trips to explore the beautiful Rwanda. I've been to that country myself.
Oh, have
and
you?
I tell you, it's amazing. A culture shock that was there is in the way they shape their ugali. You see, in Kenya, we shape our ugali in a circular, in a round bowl shape.
Yeah.
For them, they shape it in the shape of a hill.
Oh.
Yeah, so the 1,000 hills translates everywhere. They actually have a name, I've just forgotten it, in Shima, something of the sort, but their ugali iko in the shape of a hill. So unaanza kuchuna hapo juu. Unaambiwanga you can't climb the mountain from the top. Hiyo unaanza hivi ukishuka chini. So that was beautiful about Rwanda. So many countries to debunk. We still have Angola, we still have Morocco, we have Liberia, we have our very own Kenya, but
South Africa.
Eswatini,
Yes.
you know, and we could see culture shock written all over his face. But we like to see it again. We say, yeah, all who go out there to explore Africa and show it to us, we like it because you have just shown us how beautiful this continent is. I remember we've just been riding on the influence of Aisha Speed, a non-African who just recently visited the continent, and it has just been a wow.
Yeah.
So we take a short commercial break.
Sure.
When we are back, let's see what other countries have to offer. This is the Hotspot Show here on KTN with me, Yusa Segete, and I'm super duper excited. Usishtuke nikiwaleta part 2 nikiwa maybe, you know, live from Lesotho, Eswatini. You just watch out. See you in a bit. Team Explorers, welcome back from that short commercial break. Glad you're still watching KTN. And this is your favorite adventure show in the 254, the Hotspot Show, where we redefine fun, adventure, and play. I'm just about kuruka hivi kama Wamasai kwa sababu I am just in a good mood. A few things. When someone visits Kenya, I don't know about you, but I always tell them to greet Kenyans as habari yako, jambo, wagwan. We unaambiangaje these visitors when they visit Kenya? Which salutations?
I think I'm more familiar with habari yako.
Habari yako.
Habari yako has really taken off.
You know, it literally habari yako has left the country, now we hauja leave the country. It's a challenge to you, but not to worry. This is the show that brings you closer to your dream destination. Kenya is one of the countries Aisha Speed visited, and this country is so magical because it is a country that I think truly set the trend. The bar was too high. Tell us, which experience did you enjoy watching Aisha Speed doing in Kenya?
Right from, you know, habari yako, you saying habari yako has really taken off because speed has the salutations that we use in the country, and he was told habari yako. So he was chasing a kid. He kept on chasing people saying habari yako, and I think that was quite authentic, and it shows us who we are.
Habari yako, habari yako, habari yako, habari yako, habari yako.
He managed to visit different places. He went to the KICC. He went to
the Mara,
the Nairobi National Park. Yes. Nairobi National Park, where he named a rhino. He called it Reinaldo.
Yes, and we could see the world play there.
Yeah, we could. Yeah.
Amazing.
And what really stuck for me was Masai Mara. I really learned a lot. As a Kenyan, I got to learn more about Masai Mara through his eyes.
Yeah.
the Maasai culture, why they actually jump high up. They jump high up so that they can capture the most beautiful, I'd say the most beautiful woman on the likes. So when the guys are jumping, you as a woman, the Maasai women are usually looking at her. That highest jumper.
Yeah, how high can you jump? The highest jumper ndo type yako. Beautiful. I mean, and for those of you watching here, I hope you note that Kenya is the only country that has a national park within the capital city, that is Nairobi. I'm talking about the Nairobi National Park. Has to be the only park that exists in a city in the entire world. I love it. He was over and done with Kenya, and then definitely he went to other countries. Let me pick, which country should I pick? I'm just trying to check through my notes, guys. Oh yeah, let's pick Angola, where it all started. He began his journey in Angola. He kicked off the journey in December 29. This is southern part of Africa. Angola is beautiful, and for all of you who love kizomba, Angola is the country where kizomba originates from, and we all know that this is one of the African countries that speaks Portuguese, in fact making it the largest Portuguese-speaking country in Africa. Another thing that I learned about Angola is that it has one of Africa's most dramatic waterfalls. It's called the Calandula Falls. It's bigger in volumes than the Victoria Falls, and I was just checking up in the internet. I was like, oh my, Fiona, you need to be there. He went to Namibia. Na alimalizia trip hapo. What did he do?
Namibia is quite beautiful, I'd say. It's largely a desert. I believe so. Yeah. Namibia desert, it's the oldest desert in the world. It's over 80 million years old, making it the oldest continuously and desert on Earth.
Yes.
Yeah, the rare desert has adapted animals. Namibia has unique species like desert adapted elephants, lions, black rhinos that survive that environment.
I can only imagine you're just busy minding your business in the desert, and then you see a lion in the desert or an elephant. Could you imagine?
I can't imagine.
Truly, he actually made me go dig deeper into the adventures of this country, and just to discover about that was amazing, because I can't remember. Oh, Egypt, this country, when we are talking about these rare animals, Egypt is again one of the countries that he visited. And you know, of course, he went to the pyramid and all that. An interesting fact that later we came to discover about Egypt is that you know, the ancient libraries, we are talking about the Great Alexandria, walikuwa wasomi. You know, these greatest libraries exist in Egypt. Another fact was seeing the rare sea cows. I know, right from the word you'd imagine, ng'ombe ya bahari. It's not like literally sea cow, and it's not anywhere, you know, related to a cow. And the rare sea cows, they're also called the dugongs. They are relatives to the elephants. You know, you see them deep in the seas. They are very rare, and you know, just casually chilling. It's one of the rare animals that you have existing in the continent, and you can only find them in Egypt. So it's not only about pyramids.
And I believe also the Nile is located in Egypt, the longest river.
The mighty Nile, most definitely. You ought to visit there. I'm just checking through, and I see we have other countries. We're talking about Ivory Coast. It's also called the elephant country, the land of elephants, because apparently we have a bigger population of elephants in this country than there is in any other African country. And then it's the national symbol of Ivory Coast. Just like the way in Kenya, our national symbol is the cock and the spears. For this country, it's elephants. Tell us, where are you watching this show from? We want to know which your national symbol is.
And even from watching the show, we'd like to know where we've inspired you to visit. Which country on the continent are you planning on visiting? Personally, it's Benin. After watching the stream, I'm really intrigued by the country, and I will be making my way there.
I love it. So to hear all content creators that go out there again to show us how beautiful African is, just know you are actually even inspiring TV shows. And if you're watching this show, we truly hope that we inspire you to travel the world. One man did wonders in a matter of how many days?
28 days.
It is unheard of. I don't know about you. Have you ever had someone making such a tremendous tour within?
No, I haven't.
Days.
It is quite tremendous.
You know,
Yeah.
and of course he was doing this celebrating his 21st birthday.
Yeah.
All right, super producer. Out of these 20 countries, he definitely again went to Morocco. He went to Liberia. Which other country?
Mozambique.
Mozambique.
Yeah.
And oops, I have to refer to my notes because I'm also learning about these countries.
Angola.
Yes. And an interesting part to even learn about. For me, when I heard about Liberia, I was curious to know more about Liberia, and I just discovered the capital city, Monrovia, was named after Monroe, who was supported the colonization effort of Liberia. So, I mean, beautiful. Everything has a history.
It does.
Yeah.
It does.
So what do we tell our team explorers, because we want to wind up the show now?
Visit these places. On the hotspot, we plug you for fun, adventure, and play. And this show has been exactly that, telling you the places to visit on the continent. So, you know, check it out. Tag us on the hotspot.
Yes, all right. Just picking up from what Fiona has said, we really hope that this show encourages you to tour the world, and please open your spaces to us. Tell us, where would you want us to go? Which experiences would you want us to travel? Remember, this is a series that we've just begun. We want to explore all the continents in this world, and we want you to tag along with us. This week has been amazing. We get to see you next week discussing about different experiences and visiting different parts of the world. From me, Yusa Segete, and the amazing Hotspot crew, we wish you a splendid time. See you next week. But until then, keep it KTN, and remember to always explore the world around you.